I am opening a parent company and a different subsidiary in each state. What's the best legal structure for my companies? I really want to have just one tax return for the whole megillah. Okay, got that. So you have one parent company, multiple subsidiaries, each one in a different state, and you just want to have one tax return. So the answer to that question is you can have a corporation and consolidate them into a single income tax return, but only under certain conditions. The second answer to your question is if each subsidiary is a single member LLC. So here's a vocabulary alert. Beep, beep. Single member LLC. What that means is that you would be able to consolidate all of your subsidiaries if each subsidiary is a single member LLC and consolidate them all into the tax return of the parent company. So a single member LLC is an LLC, which is a limited liability company, hence the LLC, owned by one person or one entity. Hence, the single member means one owner. The person who owns the single member LLC does not have to be a person. The person, let's say taxpayer, because a taxpayer can be a company or a person. The single member LLC is owned by one taxpayer. So your parent company, which can be whatever kind of company, S Corp, C Corp, LLC, can be the taxpayer that is the single member of the single member LLC. In other words, the owner of all those LLCs. LLCs get consolidated because the IRS doesn't recognize a single member LLC as its own company. I know the IRS gives tax IDs to a single member LLC, but it's what's called a disregarded entity. There's no separate tax return for a single member LLC. It's just essentially a single page that gets inserted into your regular tax return. So that's the answer to that question. And if you want the subsidiaries to be corporations, you can, but they have to be, there are certain requirements, like they have to be owned at least, I think it's 80% by the parent company. So if there are outside investors at the subsidiary level, you might not be able to consolidate. You also have to consider that not all states will follow the federal rules. Some will, but some won't. And if you have a parent with subsidiaries and if you want to consolidate, you may be able to do that if you follow all the federal rules, but different states might have different rules. So if you want to message me about that privately, I will either give you the answers or refer you to active tax practitioners who can get you those answers. I did tax work for many years, but it's been a few years since I did that work.